and gentlemen, it's time to pimp out George. We're gonna paint the hardtop today. Gonna get some bits on it later in the week. Put on some eBay Aero. Gonna be looking good, fresh to death.
Side skirt for George.
Now I know this is a little controversial. I'm a little hesitant myself. I don't know how to feel about this yet. I don't know, buddy. So I ordered these over fenders because I was feeling lazy to try and fix the Montego Blue Miata. A lot of people were commenting like, oh, it doesn't deserve over fenders. And you're kind of right. I mean, but if you look here, like the whole car, I don't know if you can see it. You can't really, god damn it, you can't see it. The whole car's been resprayed. Like if you look here, you can see the sanding scratches. The entire car has like 80 grit sanding scratches on it. This rocker and quarter has rust on it. The hood's fucked up. That's fucked up. Bumper's fucked up. This is fucked up. Door's fucked up, that's fucked up, trunk's fucked up, bumper's fucked up. That's not even, this is George's taillight. That's not even their taillight. So every panel has an imperfection. It's either A, I have the over fenders and I sell them with the car, leave that up to the next owner. If they decide they want to over fender it, sick, slap them on. Or I try and buy a Harbor Freight like stud welder. And what you do is you weld a stud on. It's like a gun. You go bzzz, welds a stud on like yay big, and it comes with a slide hammer, and you slide the slide hammer on, and then wha-pow, you pull it out. So might try that. Thought is that I could at least try and do that, try and pull it out, try and get this taillight situated a wee bit here, and I can use some Bondo magic to get the rest right. Can try and pull this dent out here, pull this out a little bit. I think I might be able to pull it out enough where it doesn't need an over fender, and then I can color match the quarter and the bumper and just kind of blend it in a little bit, and then it'll be a solid 5 out of 10 Miata. Now, if that doesn't work, I spent $300 on these friggin' over fenders, so might as well put them on. Now, I also got these. These are for Cousin George. I got little side skirt extensions that are going to go on the bottom of the car, and I think it's really going to tie it together. So I have a front lip for George. I got a roof spoiler for George, too. That's coming, too. But for now, I think I'm just going to call it a day, let the hot top dry overnight, and just like that, George got a black hot top. I'm going to try and make the Blue Miata drivable again. With this. Oh, a new diff. So we got the Blue Miata here. Now the diff is snapped in half. Haven't been able to drive the car at all. It still needs a lot of work. Obviously, I kind of butchered this all back together just so we can kind of drive it for now. I think I'm going to do the slide hammer boopy doops before I decide to do over fenders and ruin the car completely. But first, I have to put a diff in. So what happened, I'll show you guys when I get under there, but what happens is when you crash these cars, these little ears are a weak point. Notice how this one's fucking, like, they come like this. I don't know if it's like a safety feature to break the diff before you break other stuff, but basically, crash happened. And of course it is this one too that broke, like right there, I bet. So basically that corner got booped. It snapped right in half there. What I could do is just replace this piece. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Still gotta pop the half shafts off and yada, yada, yada. But I think to make my life easy, this diff I know is sealed up. It doesn't leak. I'm going to pop the diff out, or pop axles out, pop the diff out. Hopefully the power plant frame comes apart, and if it doesn't, then I have to manual swap it because the automatics have a different power plant frame. Now in my mess coder here, this is my coder by the way, it's just the messiest one. I have all the stuff to manual swap. I have a clutch that is, it's got a little play to it, but it's fine, it's good. We've got flywheel, we've got a clutch, we got the bolts. What else do I got here? We got the pedal, clutch pedal, not bad. I mean, oh, the slave lines. This duty right here. Aha, relax. We need, clutch master cylinder, which is not in fantastic shape, but it's okay. The line that's attached to it. We have this little hose here. And then under this box, we have a slave cylinder that was in working shape beforehand. So this is for an NB, may work. I really don't want to have to manual swap it yet. I'd like to be able to drive the car, get all the kinks out of it, make sure it works. Right now, I know it leaks like a son of a bitch because every time I move it, there's a pile on the ground. So first thing I'm gonna do, get the car in the air, assess the damage, probably spray PB Blaster or WD or something on all the bolts that I know are gonna probably snap or break or something. I think these cars have like the little subframe thing going on underneath, and every time I've taken those off, they snap. We live in the Rust Belt. Not much I can do. God damn it, I was so clean just 2 seconds ago. So this car is actually relatively nice. It looks like replacement shocks and everything. All the bolts are though. I gotta say, like the whole subframe is pretty crusty. But look at the frame rails. I mean, they're a little poopy, but they're all there. Everything's kind of tidy-ish. This one did a couple board slides here and there. Nothing that scares me away. Inside looks pretty good here. No crazy holes or nothing. We got a little separation going on here, but not too bad. So the thing that gets me worried is the more stuff that I touch, the more shit that's gonna break. So plan of action here. Take the exhaust off. See if these bolts will move first. If they don't move, we're in fucking trouble because this PPF is different. Axles are one piece, so that kind of sucks. Yeah, see, this is where it broke. You can see it right here. Snap clean in half. Maybe it'll make it easier taking it out. Shoot. All right, I guess I'm gonna just start cranking bolts off and see what happens. We are in serious trouble, folks. Now, all the bolts are coming out pretty good. I got the drive shaft unbolted, we got this little brakes unbolted, exhaust unbolted. Everything came out except for this PPF, which is basically the thing that holds the diff to the transmission. I hit it with the impact at full bore and nothing. So I have pole and breaker bar. Jump! Jump! Oh goodness. Oh no. This sucks, dude. Sick. Holy sugar. Okay, back to the show. Reached a dilemma. Not good. The diff is almost out-ish. The axles are stuck in the diff, kinda. This one's popped out. This one was popped out. They're stuck inside of the hub, which is bad news bears, so I can't really do anything there. I mean, I could try and wail on it on the inside. I guess I'll try and do that. But I did tap on it with a hammer. I don't want to mushroom it. So we got those problems there. And I tried to take this bolt out to kind of try and free up some room, and the bolt's seized inside the bushing. This sucks ass. Every single bolt is seized into the bushing. I need a snack. I don't feel like breaking more stuff. That's the problem. Like, yes, you can get this all apart, but do I want to replace a billion things? Not really. No, I fucking don't. So what I'm gonna do now is try and get these bolts out. They don't look very great either. Upper control arm. I already tried the outer of the upper control arm to the knuckle, and it did not budge. So far, these are the only two bolts I can get loose, and I'm like trying to pry and pull and move, and look at it. It looks like Jesus hanging on the cross or something, dude. What the fuck? It's just hanging there from the axles. Like, so freaking irritated. I gotta be able to put a new one in too, though. That's the problem. Like, half the problem is getting it out, and then it's gonna be so much worse to get it in, I think. Like, what the fuck, dude? I don't get it! Come out! I did it. The diff is out. Oh my God. That was the hardest I've ever struggled taking a diff out of a Miata, and I have done this a lot. I just ended up freeing these guys off. Somehow managed to get these off the adjustable bolts, so no longer aligned, but this whole thing came out, and bada bing, bada boom. Oh, we have a diff. I'm gonna call it a day, and I'll pick this up in the morning. Fresh start today. We're gonna have this car back together. Not gonna have any problems today. Everything's gonna go great. And these bolts are gonna come out nice and easy. This one will come out, and so will this one. All right. That took me like an hour. Let me show you what I did. It'll probably help somebody out. So the dilemma was this piece was jammered inside of there with nowhere to go. So I made a little press doobie-doo with a bolt. Basically, this was stuck in here. So I took the bolt, put it on there, gave it somewhere to go, because this was bigger than this piece here. So basically, just put a bunch of, would you shut the fuck up out there? Basically what I did is this piece was stuck in here and I needed it to go somewhere. So I put a nut on the other side of this socket, and since this is smaller than the socket, it would get sucked through into the socket. You can do this to install stuff too. So say if I needed to install this piece without messing up, I could just tighten this until this piece is sit flush. Now, I used all sorts of brute force tools before using my brain, so sometimes it helps to use your brain, folks. I'm gonna attach the power plant frame to the new diff and get it all lined up and start installing it. I don't need to film this. I'll get back to you guys when I start throwing shit back in the car, because right now, I didn't manifest a good day. All right, so the brake is back on. This is all back on. Axles are back in. I fucked up and I hit this. I ripped the boot. The axle's still good, but I ripped the boot. So I gotta do some. I tried to throw RTV on it, and me finagling it back in place just didn't do the thing. So I gotta figure out a way to seal that boot up because that axle is not coming out in my ownership. Not happening. Not friggin' happening. So, but drive shaft's back in. Power plant frame is on. Hopefully it's kind of aligned. I tried to pick up the transmission a little bit. Just gotta put the exhaust on. I think I need a new gasket. I'm gonna check around and see if I have any. That bracket thing's gotta go on. And then fill up the diff and take it for a test drive. So I know I told you guys that I might manual swap this car. I'm definitely not. Without a doubt, no. I was thinking about it, and then something happened over the past weekend. So if y'all follow this channel, you know that I did a 4-day drift build on my personal Miata. So I put that transmission in, hit 2 events, good. Freaking awesome, having so much fun. 3rd event, I get 4 laps out, and then this happens. Second gear. Well, shit. So needless to say, I'm gonna eat transmissions. I kind of need them. I need a 6-speed realistically, but I have a couple transmissions. You can see them over there hiding. I have a couple of them. And the only one I'd be willing to put in this car is the one out of the lifted Miata. And that one pops out of 1st gear. So I'd really rather not. So I think what my plan is to try and sell this car as an automatic. I'm gonna give whoever buys the car the option to buy the transmission out of my car and an entire manual swap. Clutch, flywheel, master cylinder, slave cylinder, the lines, whole 9 yards, everything to be able to manual swap this car. If they want to buy it for an extra, it's probably silly money. I'll probably say an extra $1,000, you can do all of it, you know. Just a one-stop shop, get it all done. If they want to buy that, cool. If not, then they could buy this car. So I'll probably do some small stuff. Get a tune-up in it, some fresh oil, spark plugs, wires, just kind of check everything over, see if the fuel filter and everything's good, and, you know, go from there. But this car is kicking my ass, and I have a thing where if a car is giving me bad juju, it's got to go. Like, I don't want to fucking deal with this thing anymore. Got to get the exhaust on, fill the diff, put the little bracket thing on, do another bolt check, and then good to go. It already feels a lot more stable, just even backing up. up, which is crazy. My only concern is that my actual boot repair doesn't hold up, so we'll see. Take it for a little cruise. All right, so this thing has lifter tick like crazy. So loud, I was like, is that rod knock? No, it's just lifter tick. One oil change later. Now, purring like a little kitten. Nice and quiet, no lifter tick. Very nice. All right, on the road. I wish you could see your setup right now. You're just on my tripod, kind of dangling, so you might fall over.
Bro, these two kids pulled off 78 red Miata and had to have like 17, 18-inch fucking like 8-spoke. You get both of them and they look at me and I look at my rearview mirror and I see them like pull out just it's like 50-50. They're coming here to buy parts from you.
Oh my god, that's funny. Let me put it in first. I hate this. It's so wrong. All right, first impressions. Automatic Miata is fucking weird. Let's see how she pulls with the 1.8. Sun in my eyes. We're just going right after it. It's like the suspension's fucking bad. Like it's just stiff for some reason. Seems to be running super good. We're halfway on the coolant. This guy sold me this car with a full tank of gas. What a guy. Now, if this car was already a manual transmission, I would have very, very little problem just dealing it the way it is. Just driving it. It would be perfect to drive every day. Like, the AC works. I got the top down now because it's nice outside. And, I don't know, figured this would be a nice way to kind of test it out. It's boring. You know, it's also like this thing handles. I haven't driven a stock Miata in a long time. It just feels like the whole body of the car is just rickety. If that makes any sense. Like there's not a whole lot holding it together. My cars all have hard tops on them, and you know, hey people, watch out! We're in a f***ing race car. We're in a race car, pedal to the floor. Oh yeah! I wonder if it'll do a burnout. Imagine I blow the transmission up after doing all that. It has to come back out. Wannabe sports car, real sports car. Oh my god, you've got a flat tire, dude. You're just towing. You've got a flat tire on a trailer. Just towing a trailer with a flat tire. Holy shit. Yeah! Oh yeah! Auto magic, baby. All in all, car is super solid now. Drives down the road, no problemo. All is well, besides the fact that it's an auto magic. Just like that, we back at the shop. Successful first test drive. All right, everybody, we had one successful mission of swapping the diff into this Montego Blue Miata. We got to tackle the little damage we got in the back, but that is for future me's problem. So I think I'm gonna call it. Thanks for watching, guys. Like this video, subscribe, and I'm sure I'll be back for more. Have a good one, everybody.